Well, hi, everyone. It's Marcus. I am in my jungle room again, and I'm freaking thrilled because I'm speaking to the cover artist of the Feast Festival 2025 for South Australia this year. Please welcome everyone, Oscar Arrais. Oscar, hey, how are you?
Hey Marcus, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, thank you for asking. You're very polite. You've got your manners. I love it. Um, this
Always, my family always taught me good things and how to be a good boy. So,
Always be kind, right? Hey, the cover for the Feast Festival 2025 is exceptional, and we're going to break all that down very shortly. But when you
yeah.
got approached, when you, the guy that was going to actually, create the cover art for 2025, what did that mean to you?
Well, so first of all, when I was aware that Feast have released the front cover competition, I was just getting back from Brazil. So I just have the loveliest time with my family. Haven't seen my family for about like 6 years. So I was just such in a great space, such in in an amazing state of mind. And when I came back and I found out about that and I saw that this theme was liberation, I was like, I got this on the bag.
Yes.
I literally just as soon as I got with the idea, I knew that I was going to win and I knew that I was going to be the cover artist. So the process was super easy. It flowed to me so naturally, and I'm just grateful, for everything
It is.
that's been happening so far.
It's a really unique idea. It's a really unique style, and we're going to break all that down very shortly. I've got some questions I'm going to ask you, I think the concept that you've come up this year is absolutely paramount to what is occurring. Obviously, what we're celebrating now, 50 years of decriminalisation of homosexuality in South Australia. That megaphone that you use on that front cover is, a testament to, what we're trying to be speaking about for a very long time now. So
Mm.
let's talk about it, all right? So the cover art for Feast Festival 2025 obviously features a megaphone that we just actually spoke about, constructed from reclaimed materials, described by you as the megaphone I never had growing up, my voice, my love, and my joy stitched into form. So the question for you is, walk us through the moment you conceived that piece. What led you to that symbolization of voice and presence, and how the reclaimed materials really processed the shape of your work?
Okay. Um, well, that's kind of a deep question actually, because when I was growing up, I always I've been into a family that was super religious, and I was doing, going to church and doing things that it didn't resonate to me as a kid. So I never had a voice. I never had a chance to actually say what I wanted to do and what I wanted to, experience in life. So the megaphone is pretty much that testament today of my voice and what I really want to say and what I really want to portray and pass a message to other people. The liberation is just like being aware of what you do, being aware of what you think. It's standing up for yourself. It's just like raising your voice. It's literally using a megaphone is speaking up for yourself. To me, that megaphone is that symbol. When I was growing up, I didn't have it. And now for Feast, for the theme Liberation, I wanted to create this piece where the megaphone was the centerpiece, which is, the amplifier of our voices, the amplifier of my voice in particular, which is queer. I'm proud and queer, and I just wanted to spread my queerness and my personality and show that to the world and say to everyone that it's okay to be who you are. Just be who the fuck you are. You are amazing. We are all amazing human beings, so we all have like a beautiful spectrum of, personalities. And I think that's pretty much like, what I wanted to portray with my artwork with that megaphone.
And look, I mean, on top of, I mean, you're an artist. I mean, you're a creative soul. I mean, that's quite obvious by looking at the cover. But for people that don't know, people that aren't aware, you've got an incredible, background in interior design and in architecture as well. How do you find that creative field really encompasses everything that you are? Like, how does your creative world define, Oscar as a soul?
Yeah, so when I was studying architecture, because everything started like back in Brazil when I was studying architecture. So the way that I came to Australia as well, not many people know, but I came on a scholarship as well to keep doing my studies in architecture, which I have stopped for, on that period because I could not um, fulfill, financially. Um, Pay my studies. I could not do that. So the only thing that I could do was pretty much like study something different, which I still absolutely love that, which was interior design. But anyway, in my journey with architecture and interior design, I've learned so many things. I've learned everything about, form, color, space, and how to design spaces that would be like, tailored to pretty much like every single person. So now I take that and apply to my art and just to create things that are visually appealing. But I also want to, with this exhibition in particularly, like the Queer Flash Sacred Soul, I really wanted to show a message behind, the forms and the shapes and the color that I've been playing with. But yeah, architecture and interior design is something that I love and something that I always will. But yeah, it really helped me to have a big understanding about art and a big understanding about, how communicate my art to, to the public.
It's an expression, right? I think anyone that is a creative soul is just trying to express, what is inside of them. Yeah. Doesn't matter
I
what
mean,
sort of design it is.
uh,
Like I said, the exhibition is called Queer Flesh, Sacred Soul, and it is playing at the Prospect Town Hall, correct? Um,
yes, Prospect Town
Payinthi,
Hall.
Payinthi, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
As part of the Feast Festival. And it runs for the entire duration of the Feast Festival, which is the 1st of November, right through to the 23rd of November. Now, a lot of your work is based on reclaimed materials, upcycled materials, very environmental, all of that. Why was it important for you to really play with a lot of these resourced materials?
I'll tell you a little story actually first. Because everything started about 4 years ago. So I was working for the furniture industry and also studying architecture at UNSA at the time. And then I started collecting a whole bunch of the different swatches from work that would like discontinued like swatches from material that would not going to be used anymore for creating furniture. So I was just like collecting all of those, but I did have no idea of what I was going to do with them. I was just collecting. I was literally being a hoarder of swatches. And then I sort of have a break from the furniture industry and started working for a studio here in Adelaide, APY Gallery, which is like, First Nations gallery space. So I was working for them as well. And then my creativity started like, my creative juices starting to flow more when I was in an environment with other artists. After a while, I got back to the furniture industry again. And once again, I found myself like, finding lots of wasted material, amazing things that was just going to the bin. And I was like, no, I'm going to collect this. So I started collecting more. And then pretty much like last year in September, I've started creating these portraits faces, which I did a solo exhibition as well this year. Uh, and then, so it's not been a long journey, so far, like with textiles. I've been a painter for about like, 4 years now, doing acrylic paintings and oils and stuff like that. But with textiles, it's been a very recent technique. But yeah, I'm sort of, enjoying pretty much every single piece that I do because all of the pieces, what I try to bring to them, it's pretty much sometimes a feeling that I have. For example, the first piece that I ever created was a green piece, which is it just brings you peace. It just brings you like, calmness. So every single time that I was not playing and just like choosing the colors that I was going to use for that piece, I was like, yeah, I feel happy. I feel that this is flowing. And it certainly has been flowing, and I've been absolutely in love with the journey of, working with textiles. It's just been amazing.
So you've lived in Australia now for what, maybe about 10 years, I think it's been, yeah?
12
Oh,
years.
12 years. There
Well,
we go. I was close.
thank you.
How
Yeah,
do you find do you find being, your authentic Oscar easier to do that in Australia than where you came from in Brazil? Do you find being yourself now very an easy process to be and do?
absolutely. Absolutely. As I said to you, I think I've had to leave my country to be able to find who I really was.
Yep.
Because as I said before, I was in a very religious household. I've always lived with my parents till I was 23, and I moved to Australia when I was 23, back in 2013. But definitely, when I moved to Australia, I've got, lots of exposure with different cultures and different, ways of thinking. And all of that shapes you as a person. So I really feel that now I can be myself 100% here, but also back in Brazil, which was absolutely amazing. This trip that I did this year to Brazil was the first time ever that I felt that I could be myself with my family. So that was gold. I've got goosebumps now.
I love that. Um, Oscar, my dear friends, why is the act of reclaiming, whether it be the materials, whether it be the stories, whether it be your identity, so central to your art? What are you hoping to achieve with your messages?
I pretty much I pretty much just want to bring awareness to people that sometimes feel like they've been discarded somehow in their lives. Even if you have been discarded or if something happened to you, like you need to see that you can turn things around and try and find beauty and just like, create beauty with which wasn't valued enough by other people. I think as well that a message that I can pass it on to people is if you are always in an environment that doesn't allow you to grow and develop, that you should be out of that environment because, that will be similar like as a discarded, swatch, a discarded swatch like from a shop, like that's pretty much what I think I want to pass it on to people. Just like that sort of transformational, think that you are valued, that you are incredible, no matter what other people try to do with you, you are always going to be amazing. I think that's pretty much the message that I want to pass it on to people. It's just like, you are amazing anyway, you are unique anyway, so just go on, do your thing, and that's it, I think.
Just freaking do it, right?
We
Just
can do it.
life. Yeah. Pop that on your t-shirt. Just freaking do it. Oscar, look, as we wrap up, I mean, you're exhibition that I'm so excited to see is going to be evoking questions along the lines of, am I happy? Am I whole? Am I being true to myself? When you see people standing in front of your work on opening night, how do you think, what are you going to do when you're seeing people asking these questions of themselves in front of your work? How are you going to be responding? Are you going to like stand back and just kind of watch people's reactions, or are you going to partake in people's reactions? How do you think you're going to feel?
I mean, that's going to be very interesting to see because I do have quite a few pieces that will be sort of very provocative in a way for you to see and reflect on the message that I want to pass it on. Um, I want to just like, bring a little bit of awareness. That's pretty much what I want to do. And I want to, of course, participate with conversations with people in there. I'm going to be open for people to ask me whatever they want and maybe, pick my brain on what was going through my mind when I was like creating those pieces. But definitely, I want to see people's, reaction and faces when they are seeing and reading some of the words that I wrote for the exhibition. I'm super excited.
And last question for you, dear Oscar. The Feast Festival. What does the Feast Festival mean to you? What does the LGBTQIA plus symbolization mean to you? What are we trying to do? What are we trying to change? What are we trying to grow with?
So, Peace Festival to me means community. It means engaging with your community, engaging with queer people. We see lots of decriminalization even inside our own communities. So what I'm hoping for, for this year and for the years that are coming is that we just be kind to ourselves and just like, have a better understanding of, everyone's journey because everyone's journey is different. Everyone goes through struggles. So I think Feast brings that sense of community, and that's what I really am looking forward for the Feast 2025. Can't wait for the first of them to come. So we'll all be like, sharing queer joy and just like, being present and just like, enjoying people's presence and being nice with everyone, just enjoying life.
Best, best, best. Oscar, you're an absolute delight. I want to say congratulations on having the cover for the Feast Festival 2025 program this year, and the headline image across the board. You absolutely deserve it. I know how hard you work. You're an absolute champion. You're a good soul. You're a good human, and you keep spreading incredible joy to anyone you meet. So thank you for all of that. Never ever stop. The
Thanks so much.
exhibition is called Queer Flesh, Sacred Soul. It's going to be running from the entire duration of the Feast Festival, 1st of November to the 23rd of November, everyone, at the Prospect Town Hall, also known as Payinthi. I think I said that right. Please forgive me if I didn't. Get on board, get your tickets. Opening night is going to be 1st of November, but then it is a free exhibition for the entire duration.
5th of November for the opening night. So our opening night is on the 5th of November from 6 to 8 at Prospect Town Hall. And also, Mark, I absolutely forgot to tell you. So on that night, 5 extra pieces are going to be added to the exhibition. So if you don't want to miss those pieces, come to the event. That's going to be an amazing, amazing event.
I love it. And the pieces are for sale, aren't they?
Yes, yes. So pretty much everything's gonna be up for sale on my website, which you can check it out, which is www.arrais, which is written ARRAIS.com.au. So if you can go and check it out, everything's gonna be there from next Monday.
Freaking love it. Oscar, you're a legend. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you the most amazing, happy Feast Festival 2025, and I cannot wait to see you on opening night.
Can't wait to see you too, Marcus. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, my friends. Congratulations.
Thank you.